Good morning, everybody. We'll call the meeting of the Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety Committee to order. It is Thursday, May 21st. We have a few members missing. Art sometimes shows up we might be a little early for Art, but Dan Rosenblatt is excused. He had travel issues, and Chief Foley is in training today. So the next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Go ahead.
I so move.
Second. Great. The minutes are not complete, so we will, from the 4/23 meeting, we will approve those in the June meeting. All right, so that leaves the next item as the safety contact. Does Diane just mentioned one when she sat down?
I was running the other day and I came across the median on Ocean View Parkway and 1. And blinking lights were there and one car slowed down and these bikers were speeding down. They looked and they saw me, they saw the light, and they were stopping. And I waved them on. I was so pleased that they even thought of stopping that I waved them on. So I thought that was a plus, that they really looked, they saw they looked up, they saw the flashing lights, and they were proceeding to, slow down. To the bikers.
To the bikers, yes. Okay, thank you, Diane. This is going to be a quick meeting today. Town reports. Terry, do you have anything? Do you need a microphone? You need your... Thank you, Terry.
Let's turn it on.
Okay.
Anyway, we're working on, we have several in progress. I think we need lights out here at this intersection, and then the rest areas are the safety areas on 26 are, I think, in progress, but not done.
Right.
In terms of safety, you can see from this little pedestrian safety on the beach, you can see that where they're working on the crosswalks and putting up rope and fence posts. So hopefully we'll be ready for what's about to happen, or has already started happening.
Yes. So
this weekend.
Unfortunately, we don't think that the buttons will be working on the south side, that there's some issue between DelDOT and the contractor about whose fault that is.
Yes, I know,
which is really scary given the weekend we have and the number of people we have coming in.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that maybe we call our state representatives and maybe they can put some calls into DelDOT
and find out what the
and
problem
find out
is.
what's going on.
That's an excellent suggestion.
In the interim, do we want to have, are the temporary officers in town yet?
Yeah.
They are, but they tend to stay closer to the boardwalk, especially based on the conversation we were just having about crowds at other beach towns. But it's a possibility. I mean, can you ask Cliff about it?
I'll check with
That's a good idea.
the police.
You'll check with the police? Okay. And I was wrong. I thought those lights were working underneath the bags. They're not timed right. So even if we remove the bags,
Yeah, I saw
they
that.
wouldn't quite work.
Yeah, and if it causes any...
And that might make it worse.
Probably better not to have.
Yeah, it is, until they're right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, are the crossovers at First and Second Street going to be completed by,
Tomorrow?
no?
Well, I don't know that they'll be finished.
No, we had a timber issue, and I don't know if you remember when we were building the retaining wall on Lake Bethany, we switched from timber to vinyl because there's an 8-week lead time. So we did get lumber in, but part of the lumber was subpar, and so now we're waiting to get that replaced. So we probably have enough to finish one, but not both.
It looked like they were working on First Street.
Yes.
That was further
Yep.
along than Second.
Yes. So that is the problem. Timber is like an 8-week lead time. I'm not
It's
sure
crazy.
why. It is crazy. Building supplies, I don't know how you build anything.
Well,
without-
and Cliff had mentioned this during the town meetings, the
Right.
town council meetings, and when Rhonda and I were coming back from Dover last week, we drove past this hardware store somewhere on Route 1, and they had a huge sign outside that said, "We have pressurized
lumber.
lumber," thank you. And I was stunned. Like, I thought that was just a normal thing. Why would you have to advertise that? But
Correct.
apparently it's hard to get.
Very hard to get. Why? I don't know.
Because most of that lumber comes from Canada, and because of the tariffs and the fight between the United States and
There
Canada,
you go.
they kind of cut us off.
Okay, that makes sense.
That doesn't.
Any other questions for Terry? Okay, great. The police department, so Chief Foley cannot be here, but he sent along some PowerPoints. I know. So these are the upcoming events we have, and these are all on Art's spreadsheet. So the one thing to note is that the Foreign Student Safety Seminar has been changed to St. Anne's. So there's construction at the library, so we had, the police department found a new spot, so we're back at St. Anne's. And then the shoplifting, and I don't know that we had a time for the shoplifting bicycle meeting when we spoke last month. That's from 9 to 11. And then the St. Martha's student picnic is on the 23rd from 5 to 7:30.
So the shoplifting is 9 to 11?
9 to 11.
So the St. Anne's venue, that's the venue that we had last year?
That's right, the gym. Mm-hmm. It's a great venue.
No, I was there last year.
Yeah.
It didn't click that because it was at the library, and I go, it must be something different.
Right, I don't know what they're doing at the library, but they have a bunch of materials in their parking lot, and I'm assuming it's interior construction.
No, I plan to be there.
Good.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think.
so Art has been great about keeping the,
I haven't signed up.
The
you might have,
activity
I don't
was-
know where Art is, Carl, you
But
might have
I'll
to.
give it to him.
Okay,
Yeah, he lives.
yeah.
Michael.
But just, if you plan on attending any of these, just send a note to Art, and he will keep the sheet updated. Okay, so that is the update on the events.
June 9th, is that right?
It was June 9th last year, too.
What's the St. Anne's?
It's at St. Anne's instead of the library.
Delaney. Delaney Hall.
Okay.
I just changed
Thank you.
it.
Okay. Oh, and this, the next slide is what the chief is calling the creativity group. That's what we talked about last time. This is the group he has working on marketing, almost behavioral change for crossing at the rapid flashing beacons, distracted driving and speed, pedestrian safety, and bike safety. And these will go on the trolleys, on the boardwalk, and in town hall. So he's hoping to have those done by this weekend, but at the very least by early June, so they're available for senior week. And then this is the flyer for the J1 student seminar. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the time is on it, 11 to 1.
Hey, can I ask a question on that J1 activity? Was there any consideration, since they wear the black shirts, like maybe get an iron-on reflective yellow available to them?
We didn't look at that. We looked at fluorescent T-shirts, but we didn't look at iron-ons. We're getting armbands though, right?
They're being delivered today.
Yeah, we're getting reflective armbands
Yeah,
for them.
okay, all right.
Any other questions? Okay. All right, and that's it. That is the update from the police department. All right, Julie, events and activities.
Okay, so we are watching weather for the weekend. Here we go. It's the first one out. But, so, not sure what's going to happen. We're hoping to maybe shift some of the events from Saturday to Monday, maybe get in some Sunday. I don't know. I won't know till probably noon today. So I will let everybody know what's happening with the wave table, part of the meet and greet. There are, we have all this new stickers were delivered. So whoever, I don't know what else we need to get together for that.
So Art had a question, the bags and the T-shirts. Do we have more T-shirts yet?
We did not
We
order
didn't
more
order
because,
them.
yeah.
Okay, so we need to order T-shirts. Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for an update on the sizes
Okay.
after the last event, the
Yeah, I
bike event.
gave an
I was gonna
inventory
say, I think there was
of
one.
what was there, Julie.
After the bike event?
No, this
Oh.
was back in February.
I
so you
did get
needed
that,
a-
but the one, I know that we had the big bike table that
Okay,
day,
so
so
we
I
need to
wanted to know.
update the inventory for you. Okay.
Please.
Yep.
And especially for the J1 student activities that we do, small and extra small was going fast with the girls.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't think we have enough of them.
No, we also like those for the kids. I think one of the lessons is we need fewer extra larges and more extra
Yeah.
smalls and smalls.
Yeah.
Hey, just a quick
So-
comment on these shirts. I was in Naples, Florida.
I was gonna address that.
Which generated a lot of discussion with the local police department
Mm-hmm.
and one of the town safety persons. They liked it. They thought it was a great idea. And they took pictures. That's why I asked if
Yeah.
there was a trademark.
Yeah, so
or-
I got that email and I looked into that. The town paid for the design of the logo, so that is our logo. So it would really be up to the committee to see whether or not we want to share that. They obviously would remove the Bethany Beach part
Right.
and personalize it for them, but do we want to decide if that's something we want to keep as is for Bethany, or maybe have them change colors for different towns? That's up for discussion.
Yeah, I just left it as a notice to you guys.
Right.
Talking to people,
Yeah.
love their
Yeah.
shirts,
Yeah.
they took a picture of it.
When we originally planned the wave concept, the campaign idea was to make it generic enough that other towns can use it.
Right.
So here we are,
You can go
fourth year in,
national.
let's see what the next steps are on that. Okay?
Okay.
You see a bunch of people in Naples with these type of shirts.
I know. It's, well, you know, we're all dealing with the same issues, right?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
dealing
yeah.
with the same exact issues that we are.
Yeah.
We're a small town.
Sure.
They're a huge town.
Right.
And it's great that they noticed that and took interest.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll talk
All
about
right.
the video
Well,
done.
let's,
done.
so for Sunday then, let's assume that we get our table in.
Okay.
So do you bring the
We'll
t-shirt?
set up the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll bring the shirts down?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Depending on, yeah, where they are, we have to get them, I guess they're back at Blackwater again.
Probably.
So I can coordinate that.
Okay. It's probably short notice, but on the off chance that they're here tomorrow, we can organize them.
They'll have to be because Brian's not here on the weekend.
Oh, that's right.
So
Okay.
I'll see if he can grab him and bring him down. I
Okay.
know he's going to be here tomorrow, so.
Okay. And then, do we want to set aside time to put them in bags? Because, so those of you who were at the table, what, do we have bags where you were just handing them out, right? How did we do this? The T-shirts? When you were at the bicycle table?
Oh, we did not have.
They were
bags.
loose, right?
They were loose.
We only need the bags if we do the trolley tours. But if we're at stands and handing things out, kind of like what DelDOT did when we were doing the
Sure.
bicycle inspections,
Yeah.
just have them all nicely laid out and
Yeah,
Okay.
we just handed it to them.
That works
They
for
looked
me.
at the sizes and.
That's fine.
Well, you have plenty of brochures,
Yeah.
stickers.
And we gave them
We'll have the
stickers.
armbands,
Okay.
shirts. It'll be a nice display on the table, so they
Okay.
can just choose
So we
what they
won't worry about
want.
the bags then?
yeah, the bags were convenient if you were on the trolley.
Okay.
But if you're handing them out, just.
Yeah,
they
we
pick
just
them
We
up.
can actually bring a stack of bags.
What?
And if anybody wants a bag to
true.
put other things
That's a
in, they
good
could just
idea.
grab one, so you don't have to worry about putting them all together. We
Okay.
have a ton of bags.
Okay, so we do want to use the bags?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. All right. So that's what we'll do for T-shirts. And then the last time we met, we talked about the videos.
So where we left off on that
Right.
was we were going to determine what our most crucial campaign would be to start
Sure.
off with. So in the meantime, I reached out to the person handling the office safety video that Chief Foley's involved with to see what the overview of their project is so we don't overlap too much.
Yes.
So I'm still waiting to hear back from her on
Okay.
that, and that'll help us determine. Then Chief and I thought, well, it wouldn't hurt to double up on the messages. So whatever we decide to do. He's going to be very busy, though, this summer, the videographer, so we should decide our timeline when we want these out.
Okay, yeah, ideally, we were hoping to save a little money and not double up.
Uh-huh,
But maybe that's just not the way it's going to be.
yeah. But we can.
Okay.
So, or maybe take a different starting point. If highway safety is doing this subject, we can
Right.
tackle another subject and just kind of rotate and see how it goes.
Okay. Okay.
Because I think my understanding was that the ones that they're doing is not just specific to Bethany.
I know
where
that,
ours would be.
yes. True,
So-
that's true. Okay,
But his turnaround time is pretty quick. So if we decide, okay, this is what we want you to do, we should be able to have it.
so I guess another question I had is, do we have a sense of what our budget would be? So, right,
I don't think this committee,
I know, so
Right.
that, so, I mean, ideally, we would do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So should we assume we're going to do all of them and have somebody say that costs too much?
I have a PO approval
Oh, you do?
on doing them,
Okay,
but not necessarily having to do all of them. So it's an open PO, and we'll just
okay,
budget against it depending on how many we do.
okay, so that's where the prioritizing comes in?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to happen to have that with you, do you? I can pull it up on my iPad.
What?
We can
the-
talk
the-
about it now.
The,
The topics.
proposal? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here,
Mhm.
thank you.
yeah,
Okay, that's what she gave us.
Yep.
yes.
mhm.
Mhm. Right, so the different topics were the core safety series, which would be
Yes.
6 videos.
Okay,
Tackling the different markets, the J1 workers, walkers, vacationers,
yep,
experienced cyclists, drivers, and just a different additional safety,
yes.
like rainy day riding, walking, et cetera, event-based safety reminders. So that's one suggestion. The other was the Wave Top 5 Quick Hit series of 5
Yes.
videos. See something, say something, thank you for slowing down, just the little reminders we
Yes.
talked about. Riding and walking on the correct side, be seen while walking and biking, using the flashing beacons correctly. And then the other, we were leaving the e-bike safety to the police. We'll let them
Okay.
run with that one.
Okay,
And the fourth was just more the man-on-the-street interviews, community engagement. Like, maybe we could start with, do you know what the rules are?
yes.
And
So
then
I
go
like
from there,
those.
maybe find out what the weak spots are, and then target with follow-up.
Yes, I do like those. I also like the quick hits. My concern about the core videos is I'm wondering if, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm wondering if 60 seconds is almost too long. 90 seconds is too long. Maybe it's not.
Well, yeah, so, right, we're in a 6 to 12 second time zone when you start looking at Instagram and TikTok,
Right.
and although we're not on TikTok,
No.
but still the same attention span is
They'd be
there.
good for the YouTube channel,
Yes.
right?
So
Yeah.
that was where would they be posted, on YouTube?
All of them, so we can tease them on our social medias. We have Facebook, Instagram,
Okay,
we do have YouTube, so they can live on the YouTube channel, and then just we can tease them on the others.
okay, good.
And then our new website could link to the YouTube videos as well, right?
Yeah, our new website is going to be a whole link to just events.
Right,
So like our Bethany Life, the existing app we have right now,
Right.
It's going to be a sub-site of
Oh,
the
good.
main site.
great,
So it'd be
okay.
user-friendly, easy access to all that, so then we can really push Wave on there. So, so why don't I come up with a list of questions? If you guys want to come up with some questions too, that might be helpful to ask people, ask the community.
Yes.
And then we can narrow it down from there and just ask him to come up with a video script. It would be a total of 3 videos. And you
Right.
can ask several questions along. So do you understand the concept of that?
Yes.
It would
Yes.
be-
So I would say, asking people if they know where to walk
Yeah.
in what direction they need to walk on the
Yeah,
street.
and follow the quick,
You know, that I would say, do you?
Bicycle lane, where are you allowed to ride your bike, where you're not allowed to ride your bike?
Yep. And then, did you know that that children anyone under the age of 18 needs to wear a helmet? I think those are the big ones.
Most people know that.
I don't know.
Do they? Well, they may know it, and they just don't do it.
Well, I mean, everybody's supposed to buckle up too, but
Well,
every accident, it seems like in Delaware where somebody's killed, they won't wear the seatbelt.
yeah, and they're drunk.
but no bikes on the sidewalk,
No bikes on sidewalk.
that's a big one.
Although we don't know how much we want to enforce that,
Yeah,
because
I
on
know.
26, it's not.
I'm not sure you really want to emphasize that. I saw a lady riding down the sidewalk the other day, and I was completely in agreement with it. She's towing a young toddler
Yeah.
in one of those little basket things with the wheels, and I would never ride on 26 with that. I mean, if that thing starts to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, and I don't know, but,
But we can't enforce that, that's a personal preference.
yeah.
Right.
Have
And
we ever considered, loosening that requirement? Because all the signs all say no bicycle.
That's why they're not getting repainted.
No, but you got signs on,
Right.
and I go back to where that little
I know.
child fell over. Luckily, he fell to the right, not
Yes.
the left.
Yes.
Well, the other thing is, like, you could emphasize walking your bike on the sidewalk.
Maybe
but-
that's the answer, walking your bike on the
but-
sidewalk.
but I brought that up last time, I don't know, then we
Yeah.
have to repaint. But at least
Well, that's
we
true.
could push that a little bit, because even, even bicyclists that can't cross when they come out of their development riding, they're walking it, and one came to me and said, I know I'm not supposed to have
They're
I know I'm
walking
not
it
supposed to have the
across
bike
the
on the
street.
sidewalk, but I am walking it.
Right, so I've done that when I come out of Turtle Walk to go west on 26, because I'm just going over the bridge and then
Right.
down onto the trail. And I'll ride my bike unless someone else is on the sidewalk, and then I get off and walk my bike.
Yeah,
So-
people are not gonna walk their bikes on the sidewalk, I can tell you that.
I mean, some people do. What's that? Some people do.
So maybe he can combine some of these, have the question asked, and then cut to a video of the right thing to do.
That's a good idea.
So then, because some of these do overlap, so,
Right.
and that would just reinforce the confusion, or
Right.
I guess clarify the confusion,
Yeah,
right?
I do like the idea of, instead of just telling people what they can not do, to give them an
A
alternative.
visual, and they're scrolling, that's what they're gonna see.
Sure.
yeah.
Positive.
Right. I think I like your idea of leaving the e-bike safety to the police department, because that's really a DelDOT issue anyway. I think we should link to those videos, because we've gotten a lot of questions about e-bike safety. My question about gearing towards the J1 students, what would that be exactly?
Rules.
Just general
Rules of the
rules.
road, and
Okay.
that applies to everybody,
Yep,
really.
it does.
Different states might have different
True,
rules,
okay.
so,
I
yeah.
would like to emphasize for the J1 students, making themselves visible. So light-colored clothing, reflective clothing, bike lights.
But what we
Yeah.
learned from the trolley rides
Yep.
last year, from the trolley drivers,
Right,
they're all wearing their black shirts,
I
they're
know.
all coming from work.
I know, so maybe, that's why we went with the armbands. We're trying to give them something
We
that
need
they'll use.
something, very.
Yeah, we're trying to do the backpacks that have reflective tape on it.
Right, that's what St. Martha's
ABC
does.
But towards the end of the season, those backpacks they weren't even using, those were the type of comments we were getting from the trolley drivers.
Right, and our police department handed out the lighter rope backpacks that were all fluorescent, and I never saw anyone use them.
Never.
But they did, some of the J1 students used the black backpacks with the reflective tape. So that's kind of where we were going with the armbands.
Yeah.
Like some,
And they can get the lights from, not only from the distributions, but from the police here or from ABC.
Right,
So using the lights at night would help.
right. Well, one of I heard one comment from a business owner that, and he said that his workers all have the lights,
They don't use.
but they don't turn them off when they come into work,
Yeah,
and so the
and-
batteries
Yeah, the
die,
batteries
and then they
die,
don't
yeah.
get new ones.
Right. I was going to say, near the end of the season,
Yeah,
there's none of those lights are working.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
By the middle of the season,
Yeah.
they were not working by the
And
middle.
if you don't turn them off, then they die
yeah.
pretty
they're
quick.
Yeah,
Because the trolley drivers said, you know, there were some serious issues from what we discovered.
right. I mean, I've noticed it driving on Kent, because some of the J1 students live south off Kent, and it's scary. Because when you get to where it turns into Muddy Neck, the bike lane disappears,
That's right.
and it's dark back there.
Plus you're going around the corner.
And plus, you're going around a corner.
Yeah.
Maybe a street light would help. I'm sorry, Ann, go ahead. Actually, we can't hear you otherwise, I know. You can grab a microphone. If you don't want to be on camera, you can grab a microphone.
I just started recently helping with the ABC ministry. Is it on? Yeah.
Yes.
And I was just with them today, and there's a class they have to take when they come up to receive the bike. There's a class they take inside a classroom, and then there's an outside, like,
A course.
Obstacle course, thanks, Bob. And then, like you all said, they're given the lights, they're given the band, they're given the backpack with the triangle.
Right. And helmets.
Yeah, and helmets, and locks.
Yep.
It's just a matter of getting them to use all of it. I will say that a week ago, one of the girls that I distinctly remember helping with her helmet, I saw her on her bike, no helmet, no lights on.
Right.
She did have the backpack
Yeah.
with the triangle, but that's just,
So maybe they're the ones we need to interview, too.
Yes,
Just to
and
say.
say, why don't
Because,
you?
you know, they're on social media, so they'll go viral with their friends. You know, look, I'm
that's a
on
really
them,
good
you know,
idea.
and reach out to their market.
And say,
but-
why don't you wear a helmet, or what is it about it that you, I get the light thing if you're not used to it and you're coming from somewhere else, I understand, maybe you just don't remember to put it on. I get that, but I don't know why, we're invincible when we're 18 and 22 and all that, but we do need to somehow enforce. And the whole sidewalk thing, I think the sign should be off the sidewalks, my opinion,
Right.
on 26. You don't see them anywhere in Ocean View at all on the sidewalks, and I think most people would be respectful. I know when I'm on the sidewalk on 26, I go right off and then as soon as the person I pass, I get right back up on. And then on the bridge, I'll get off and walk it. But
Yes.
I am not riding on 26. And if I get a ticket, I get a ticket.
Right. No,
I guess
I'm
I
the same way.
shouldn't say that.
Big bike.
Hey,
I-
just to piggyback on
Yes.
Ann, we had a discussion back when we had our first annual meet, was it January or February? I can't remember anymore. We talked about, it's really the business owner's responsibility to keep their workers safe. Is there anything we can focus on the business owners, maybe to have kind of like a safety thing within their facilities? Hey, do this. Before you leave today, do this.
So if we created something, they would probably post it.
Yeah.
So maybe the police department their creativity committee can create a poster. Because I think if we handed them something and said, please post this in your break room. Or your bathroom.
Oh, that's what I did. In the
Right.
stalls, in the stalls.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, and if, in some cases, yes, so if we put it in the bathrooms, then the visitors would also see them. Some do. Yeah.
A lot of places have employee
Yes.
bathroom only. You can't go into
That's
their
true.
bathrooms.
But
I like that idea.
something posted in the businesses.
Sure.
On the door,
Yeah.
you come
Because
in and go out.
It's their responsibility to keep their workers safe.
Right.
It's not a bad idea to post it in the public
Yeah.
restrooms too.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah, reach more
yes.
people.
Right.
be safe.
Yeah. And I don't know the workload of this Police Department Creativity Committee. It's a busy weekend for them, but hopefully they can get something in the, if they can't, then maybe Julie and Emily can create something. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we can have something. And once it's created, we just hand it out again.
Yeah. I'll go to the businesses and say, will you mind posting this?
Sure. I mean, all of us would. I don't mind walking. I mean, a lot of us walk anyway.
Yeah.
So just stop in and hand it out. Yeah.
Could we maybe put it in the public bathroom too?
Yes. Mhm. Yep, we definitely could. It would have to, yes. I think I'd laminate it. It gets pretty humid in there. We'd be replacing it every week in the summer, but yes, we can.
Yeah.
But let the chief know, if you get this, I will walk to every business and
Okay.
hand it out.
Or I would,
All of that.
And there's
we-
also, there's the information kiosk underneath Mango's. We
Yes.
always put the wave brochures there, so that's
Yeah.
another place people always stop.
And I'm always surprised how many people stop there. It's popular.
It's busy.
Yeah, it is. My
Yeah.
daughter used to work there years and years.
Oh, really?
could we put it in the public bathroom at the library? I mean,
I mean, we can ask the library.
oh, they would say no.
I have no idea, but it's not my bathroom, so we have to ask them anyway. I don't think they'd say no. They might direct us to a bulletin board instead, but, yeah.
Yeah, my intent was for the workers, but if you want to make something more general,
Well, I think whatever we create for the workers is probably generic enough that
Okay.
the pointers are helpful for all of us.
yes.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the trolley idea.
just like the
Get
trolley.
the signs out
Yeah.
there.
yeah. Okay. What else do you need from us, Julie?
That's it. So are we in agreement that we're going to do the interview style videos with the points we talked about are direction of
Yep.
travel, visibility, more of a
General rules of the road?
did you know
Yep.
type of thing, and then what was the age? The age for helmets? Is that what you have?
Under 18.
Okay.
And that can just be a quick one. That can just be friendly reminder. And you're right, Carl. Some people just aren't going to do it, but at least we're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bethany West?
You know, it
And
makes,
that's the biggest community.
I know,
Nobody wears.
nobody wears a helmet.
I do.
Yeah, it's challenging because we all came from somewhere else and the kids always wear a helmet when they're home because the parent shaming would, like these people would have to move if their children didn't wear helmets because of the parent shaming. But here somehow it doesn't matter and I don't know why that is. The roads are just as hard here.
Yeah. The scooters, the
Yeah.
bicycles.
So
nothing.
scooters, I mean, if you're over 18, you don't have to wear a helmet. You should, but legally you don't have to.
But it's,
Your
but it's,
brain will still scatter on the
yeah.
road.
But it's really scary because it's all the kids.
Yeah,
They're on the scooters zipping around in Bethany West.
are they?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh, you're not talking about you're not talking about motor scooters like Vespas.
I'm talking about
The
the
scooters,
electric.
the electric
scooters,
Yeah.
you're going
Oh, yeah.
20 miles an hour
Yeah.
easily on them.
Yeah,
And they're zipping in and out.
yeah.
But you're right, it's vacation time, it's,
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Put
It's
the
very
brain
scary.
on, standby.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe on a video, we have them on scooters with helmets.
But
Is that possible? No.
We can, as a question maybe,
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
know the difference
As a
between
question.
riding a scooter and a bicycle,
Yeah.
what the rules are?
but on that one, what the questions are, or not questions, this is the law. And just lay it out, this is the law. It's not should you do it or shouldn't? It's the law.
Right.
Because we were
Right,
trying
that's the
to
whole point of
explain
it.
that.
Do you know what the law is?
Yeah,
If
what
not,
we
this
were
is what
trying
it
to do
is.
was explain that on the trolley rides.
Right.
And I kept calling the chief, you know, what is the
Yes.
Delaware requirement? And people are receptive, but if you put those signs in the trolley too, they see it.
Yes. And you know what? If a couple of people pay attention to that every summer, then we did something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And hopefully a little kid
Progress.
doesn't.
Right. Or maybe, you know, maybe a family who's here this summer that didn't bring the helmet, they see these signs everywhere, and next year they bring the helmets. You know?
Inshallah.
You know, we're trying. We're trying. Okay, so I've been skipping around. I skipped, but since we're talking about videographer, what else do you need from us so we can get this nice gentleman on our schedule?
How about if I put together a list of the proposed interview questions?
Okay,
Send it out to everybody to just
Okay.
review and add comments, and then that could be our springboard,
perfect.
okay?
Okay,
And we might even be able to get him to, instead of doing the 3 longer ones, do 6 shorter ones, depending on the content.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them might need to be longer, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Julie. Okay, so the next item is review of the planning schedule. Art is not here today, but he did send out a schedule last week, earlier this week. So if anyone has any changes to that, please just contact Art. And maybe we contact him to make sure he's okay. I didn't know he wasn't going to be here today, so let's make sure Art's okay. And then public comment. I think Ann has said her piece. Bill, do you have anything? Okay. Mr. Mayor, do you have anything? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anybody on the committee? Is there anything that you want to bring up that we haven't discussed?
I want you to run the meetings. You're just so quick.
We didn't have enough PowerPoint.
Listen, guys, it is the Thursday Memorial Day weekend. The town staff is busy. We do not have time for a 2-hour meeting today.
Amen to that.
Julie, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You know, well, let's hope the rain holds off, or it only rains overnight.
Yeah, that would be perfect, right?
Yeah.
I'll let everybody know about Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Everyone have a safe weekend.
Thank you.
This is what I have.